It's another video from Ozzy's Robot. Brought to you by the Banana Collection.
Hey everyone, welcome back, and thank you for joining me on the conclusion, the trilogy, the end of the trilogy of Kamen Rider. It's a sad time, yes, I know. So in order to soothe ourselves and calm ourselves, we're going to calm ourselves with caffeine, right? Grab your coffee, clank it and sweeten, lighten it up, put a little cream in there, a dollop of sugar, grab a snack or whatever time it is, man, grab something, start munching and chewing and sipping away and focus, glue your eyes on the screen because the end of the trilogy is nigh with this video. Yes, we've come to the third and final Kamen Rider robot, the final Bullmark version. Does it say Bullmark on there? I hope so. Yeah, it does on the box. And now my Bullmark is complete. The transformation is complete. As the Emperor Palpatine used to say, your transformation is complete. Transformation from a partial Bullmark robot owner to a complete Bullmark robot owner. And it ends with this beautiful second version. I like this one better. Don't ask me why. I just do. At the end of the video, because I'm making these back to back and belly to belly. That's a baseball reference. I wonder if anyone gets it. And that was from, what's his name? John Sterling. Well, we'll see in the comments if anyone gets that. Back to back and belly to belly. Anyway, this came from the Mandarake auction, where the other one came from, the other battery out Bullmark. So I can tell you, other than the color, right, this one is black, the other one was blue. And like I said, we'll put them side by side at the end. This one has a green helmet, where the other one had a blue helmet, but the other one had a blue body. They both have a red belt, and they both have these red insectoid fly eyes. And this one has its own cool box. But the other difference I didn't show you was that this one has battery plastic compartments, and the other one had tin battery compartments. So that's another noticeable difference. So let's move this guy off to the side, and we'll look at the box. As far as boxes, I kind of... Which one do I like better? That's a tough one. I don't know. I kind of like this one better. I don't know why. I like the pose better. You show more of his body, I think. Well, I'll have both of them side by side at the end of this. But for now, I'm thinking I like this one better. The Bullmark logo's up there. His belt looks cooler, doesn't it? Now, that might be part of the cybernetic parts that are on him that are a little more pronounced. Again, when we get the other one, we'll see. So, you know, as robot grasshoppers go, cybernetic grasshoppers, he's pretty cool. There's some kanji here in the corner. I'm betting he's riding some kind of custom Honda motorcycle, but who knows for sure. And there's the artwork trimmed down and slimmed down for this purpose. There's the two batteries. So once again, Mandarake has these boxes wrapped in plastic, which I'll leave them in. This one looks more fragile. Boy, I tell you, for 70s boxes, I'm surprised that they show as much wear as they do. But anyway, here's his foes. There's a cyber boob there, and or a hypno boob. And, you know, there's this guy here with his, I don't know what the hell he is. I got to find this show online. I used to think the Power Rangers were camp when my kids watched them, but I have a feeling these shows are even more camp. So there's your tall box. And I did not show the feet of the previous one, but it's the same as all the Bullmarks. So for those that like to see the feet, I figured this way we'll do something different. Just big rollers. I don't think there's any ratchets on these. And I think his belt looks a little cooler here. I didn't mention the ascot on the last one. The ascot like Scooby-Doo. So here's the other thing that I didn't mention. So the arm on this has 2 stripes, which indicates Gen 2. I kind of like the details on this better. So I'm going to have to find this. Now, the original actor allegedly had an accident, got very injured, and they almost recast him, but they didn't. That's kind of like weird life meets art story, you know, where like you wonder if they wanted to rebuild him with the cybernetic parts. Here's his belt, kind of buckles in the back, so either he can reach back there or he has to have somebody buckle it for him. Pretty cool, pretty cool. I'll turn off the lights with this one too, just to let me see if the eyes kind of have that effect. You know, vinyl head, again, thick plastic there, translucent, but not that translucent where the effect can really be displayed prominently. So you know what we'll do, let's move them this way, go a little bit further back. And let me kill the lights here now. We have our window before the motion camera kicks in. How cool is that, man? You gotta love fly eyes. Works for the Harakawa robots. Works for these guys. Ah, that horrible motion light. You know, I could actually put a tape over the motion sensor, but that's all right. It serves its purpose. You know, you don't want to run these too much because, you know, you're working on 50-year-old flashlight bulb. You don't necessarily want to burn it out, especially as I'm not even looking at the effect anymore. Now we'll just make sure the bulb is still working. So let's pull it back. Yep. Oh yeah, got the feet lined up. So that's a look at your second version. So before I conclude this, let's bring his pal. Let's start with the boxes. All right, so I'd still say I like this box better. I think just because there's more of his body showing. I like the position of the scarf, the ascot, whatever the heck you want to call it. I like the way the belt looks here. I mean, you can't even see the belt there. So it's almost like it's got a flame effect there, some switches, toggles, whatever they are. Yeah, you see his body more. Yeah, I'd say other than that, this one's like almost like too much motorcycle for me. Too much motorcycle. The toys themselves, I still prefer the black. The green on this, though, the one thing I have to say is this kind of like minty green. This reminds me more of a 50s green, like they rated... Not 50s, well, early 50s or pre-war. Because that's, well, even on the chest, that's a little more reminiscent of those early colors, like when they didn't go to this bright blue primary colors like they did in the later 50s and 60s. So you don't see this green hue too often. It's even a little more muted. It's tough to tell, but the shade here is even a little bit more dialed down than here. But this is still like that light minty green that you just don't see in many of the late 60s toys, let alone 70s. So that's kind of cool too. But the one thing the one aspect of the toy, I like the way the belt is depicted here better. This, you know, power source here is a little bit more pronounced, bigger than it is here. Even the details here are a little better. Look at these like rivets. I'm going to see if I could... I'll show you what I'm talking about. So you see that versus that. Looks more like, I don't know, more pronounced. Just to me personally, the details, like look at the hands here versus the hands here. So I think the details overall are much better on the second version, even though they cheapened it. You got plastic latches here versus metal, but those metal latches on this side here, they barely slide in there. It's almost like the thickness of the metal of the latch itself is too thick to slide in there. But there's your metal tin battery compartment, and these cheaper plastic latches actually hold the door better. And I'll show you, because I'll take the batteries out of this. So there's your plastic battery compartment. Of course, I tend to prefer metal, but these ones are intact. They haven't cracked. I'm going to take this off camera here to pop it up. So they're in good shape. And let's face it, the next time I'm going to run these is God knows when. You know, so there's a look at the two very rare Bullmark Kamen riders. And I guess in conclusion, I would ask you to leave your comment as to which version you prefer better, which box and which toy. Like I said, I would go with the second version. As a matter of fact, he doesn't even have an ascot. Did I just imagine that? Or, you know, I thought he had one on there. Did I drop it? Did it fall? Or did he just never have one? I'll have to go back to the video. Maybe it's in the box, but I'm not going to take off the plastic to find out. And let me know what you think. Let me know your opinion, which one you like better. And I should have had a poll on it. But you know what? You have them there in front of you so you could decide for yourselves. With that, thanks as always for your time. It's greatly appreciated. Don't forget to please share the videos. And don't forget to subscribe if you haven't. And thumb up the video if you like it. With that, thanks again for your time, my friends. And I will talk to you later.